another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku, another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku, another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPOB families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 Adumebujuku is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 Adumebujuku is another Savior. Holy, 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 Adumebujuku is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyamadika yabika kwa namno. Hey, anamekele mazuche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Just sing along, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Get it moving right and get it moving faster now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, get it moving right and moving faster. Get the freedom. Is another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior.
And there it is right there. So we are not going to over-labor the preambles. No, that's not what should be there. Right, that's what should be there. So we're not going to over-labor the preambles. We're not going to, because I'm starting so late, you know, it's actually 2 a.m. where I am. Can you believe that? You wonder what sort of a life I have, having to do this at this time of the morning. But nevertheless, it's a relentless grind, the Nigerian political narrative, and we have to keep on top of it. Good day to you, good to be your company, and Nova. Good day to you, good to be your company, and how are you? Hope you have had a gloriously wonderful day, whichever part of the world you're in. I suspect you are in either the early hours of the morning or the lateness of the night. So whichever spot of the world you're in, good day to you. Hope your day is going well. So all that. So much happening within the Nigerian political cycle. By the way, we were meant to come out yesterday. We couldn't come out yesterday. We were going to discuss Sunday Igboho being released. So I could either good to see you, Ajani. So I could either embed it in this particular stream, or I could do it as a standalone stream by itself. But the story necessarily, it has to wrap around the headline that you're looking at on your screen right there. So, like we've been saying it over the last. We've been seeing it over the last. All right. So I think I'll do the Sunday Igboho one next. I think I'll do it tomorrow. Actually, it's too big a story for me to just embed in this particular stream. So we'll do the Sunday Igboho thing tomorrow. So dial your attention to tomorrow afternoon. We'll be having 2 sessions tomorrow. But there's so much happening within the political scene that, we can't leave too much of a fallow period between streams, because then we're lost in the steps of the politics. So much movement. So we've seen a plethora of state governors defect, primarily from whichever party to the APC. I cannot recall anybody defecting to any other party outside of the APC, to the point now that the APC now has 30, and I think this will probably be the 31st now. The APC now has 30, or now 31 of the 36 state governors in Nigeria. So, are we still looking forward to an election, or shall we just announce a victory for Tinubu and start the celebrations now? I cannot see. Apologies, AY. It's just so sorry. You are in Canada anyway, so it shouldn't bother you, but it should bother me. I'm in the UK. So there is no permutation. You can see the headline. Abba Yusuf joins APC. What it means for 2027. But what it actually means is that it actually declares victory for Tinubu. That is what this actually means. I cannot see how anything else permutates. I cannot see how anything else permutates outside of victory for Tinubu. This is singularly the most impactful thing that has happened in the journey towards the 2027 elections. So let's chart the course. So like I said, there's been an avalanche. There's been a plethora of our state governors defecting to the APC. I think outside of Charles Soludo and is it Charles Oti, every other state governor in the Southeast are APC people. Outside of the dancing governor, Ade Jackson of Osun State, all of the state governors all of the state governors, what's $1.35? What does that even mean? So all of the state governors in the Southwest, outside of one state, who has now gone to a court party, so all of the state governors in the Southwest, they are all with the APCs, with the APC. Now, if you go to the North, I cannot think of, I think the Bauchi state governor immediately springs to mind. I cannot think of any other state governor that is not APC. So now, what does that actually mean for the elections? We'll come to our good friend here, Abba Yusuf, in a moment. But what does that actually mean for the elections? So what it means, so for every state governor, what does a state governor stand for? The state governor, the governor of any state, either by whichever means is coming to power, by hook or crook, the state governor of every single state, by virtue of being the state governor of that state, stands as the most popular politician in that state. Do you understand? So the most popular active politician in that state has to be the state governor. It cannot be anything other than. So if the most popular politician in that state, and that is to say that that politician, that state governor, out of all of the politicians in that state, is the one that the indigents of that state favor the most. That is why it's the state governor. He's the one that every indigent of that state favors the most. That is to say that he's the most popular. And not only is he the most popular, he's also the most powerful politician in that state. Every single state governor in whichever state is the most popular politician in that state. So what does that actually mean? It means that they control all of the instrumentalities of power. Every single state governor in every single state in Nigeria controls all of the instrumentalities of power. So what does that mean, instrumentalities of power? Because that's still an ambiguous term, isn't it? So what does that mean, the instrumentalities of power? They control the state commissioner of police. They control whatever military presence there is in that state. They control the budget of that state. They control the functionaries that impact on the people. That is to say, all of the things that vest upon the people in that state, they control it. Do you understand? And they also control all of the state, local governments, and all of those accoutrements. So what does all of that mean? That control is levered then in the times of elections to impact on that election. So if you are looking there that the APC controls 31 out of 36 states with all of that potency that I've just described, you then tell me now why we should not declare Tinubu as returned as early as today. Tell me, why should we not declare Tinubu as returned as early as today? But we won't declare him yet. We'll chart a course to land on that point. So now, there are certain seismic moves that a lot of people are looking forward, they were looking to in the dynamics of the Nigerian politics, especially towards the presidential seat. So there were certain seismic moves that people were looking in anticipation of. So what are those seismic moves? So to the seismic moves, it goes with the biggest politician, the colossal politicians. So what move does Atiku Abubakar make that impacts on the journey to the 2027 presidency? We're talking exclusively the presidency now. So what moves does Atiku Abubakar make that impacts directly on who sits on the seat in Aso Rock in 2027? What move does Peter Obi make that impacts directly on who sits on the seat in Aso Rock? What move does Rabi Okwakwanso make that also impacts on whoever sits on the seat in Aso Rock? And what move does Tinubu make that also impacts if he retains in that seat? So those are the four key mover spaces that will move to determine who the president will be. So let's start with Atiku Abubakar. So Atiku Abubakar makes his move. He leaves the PDP to join the ADC, a movement, not a party, because the party was already in existence. So it left the PDP to join the ADC, a movement that he nursed and birthed. Do you understand? We saw him go to Osogbo to go and speak with Aregbesola. We saw him go to the Middle Belt to go and speak with David Mark. We saw endless night meetings with El Rufai, Abubakar Malami, Rotimi Amechi, etc., etc. So we saw the build-up to the point then that he made the ground announcement that he was leaving the PDP to go into that coalition called the ADC. So that was the first seismic move towards the direction of who sits on the Aso Rock seat. So that was the first seismic move. Now, the second seismic move was Peter Obi, who dillied and dallied. He Maradona'd here and he Maradona'd there, but ultimately he made the grand announcement as well that he's going to go and join his papi yo, his daddy, in the ADC. So that was the second seismic move. So now, the next seismic move that we're looking to, what move does Tinubu make? Tinubu has already governed, though, so his record is there for anybody to agree, disagree with, align or not align with. So that's already there. But what move does it make politically? So there's only one move that Tinubu has to make politically. Does it retain? Of course, it's going to be on the ballot. I think we all know that. But does it retain at Kashim Shettima as his running mate, or does it pivot to someone else? So that is a seismic move that will also determine who sits on the Aso Rock seat. But that move has not been made yet. So now the next move and final move, because it's a quartet. Is that what it's for? It's a quartet of moves. It's a four-way spring. It's a four-way shuffle. So we've seen the move of Atiku. We've seen the move of Peter Obi. Tinubu still very much playing the field. Ultimately, will probably still go with Kashim Shettima, but that's not set in stone because there's still permutations going on there. But now we go to the Kwakwanso space. What move does Kwakwanso make? So that's the final piece of the jigsaw that will give us what the landscape looks like. So Kwakwanso's move has been the most amateurish of all of the movements so far because Kwakwanso put himself in a position that is now untenable. So Kwakwanso is in an untenable position now politically for reasons that he made public his demands in order for him to ally with anybody. So what are the demands that Kwakwanso is making? Kwakwanso has come out to tell us that whoever he allies with is either going to offer him their presidential ticket or their vice presidential ticket. So that singular statement almost stymies him politically. It puts a shackle around his ankles politically because it doesn't then give him the room for maneuver. He's certainly not getting the presidential ticket at the APC for reasons that Tinubu feels that he still has use for that ticket. So Tinubu retains that ticket and is certainly not getting the vice presidential slot at the APC. There are too many northern heavyweights within the APC for him to join and then leapfrog them to get the vice presidential seat. So the APC is not open to him. Ditto the ADC. He's not going to join the ADC, and Atiku Abubakar would love him so much, he will hand him his ticket. So he's not likely to get the presidential ticket for the ADC. He's also unlikely to get the vice presidential ticket. So you can't have an Atiku top and then a Kwakwanso bottom. So you can't have that combination because it's too heavily laden. Because Atiku already carries the baggage of being a northern Fulani. So he cannot laden that baggage with the additional baggage of a running mate being also a northern Fulani, or maybe it's outside. I don't know what Kwakwanso is. But he cannot have Kwakwanso. You cannot have a Kwakwanso and Atiku ticket. So the ADC ticket already set towards Atiku, and Atiku's running mate has to be a southerner, and really for his own political expediency, a Christian as well. So the ADC ticket is also locked down. So Kwakwanso has somewhat stymied himself. He's somewhat locked himself in politically by making such unfeasible demands of the political space. So that's the landscape now. So we're now still staying with the Kwakwanso narrative. So the Kwakwanso narrative, it all wraps around the 900,000 odd followership that Kwakwanso commands within the Kano state politics. That is his only selling point. That is his unique USP. Is that what they call it? USP, unique selling point. So now it's now been stripped of that somewhat because the most popular politician in the NNPP has now leapt and left into the warm embrace of the APC. So Kwakwanso is now somewhat stripped bare, you know. So it's going to try to rally against Abba Yusuf, but that almost certainly would not work. So its only other option now is to move very quickly and align with Tinubu, and then you have the total package of the NNPP moving over completely to the APC. So that's the dynamic that is at play. But I've moved ahead of myself. So wrapped am I in the excitement of it all. But this singular move right here of Governor Abba Yusuf joining the APC declares victory for Tinubu 2027. It's not even a matter of rigging or a matter of anything. The numbers tell you if you know how politics, you don't even need to know how politics permutate. The numbers tell you. But I got ahead of myself, like I said, where are my manners? Good day to you, good to be in your company and all that. Good day to you, good to be in your company. And how are you? Hope you have had a wonderful day so far. Say hello to me in the comment section. I'll say hello back to you. The first hello, Abdul Mumin, right there, who left this hello as early as yesterday, the session that was abandoned. That is a handsome hello from Hassan right there. The hellos always sound a lot more honest when it's done with a paper note in the form of money. That is our Naira super chat right there from Hassan. This is Ajani right there. Good to see you, Ajani. AY for real. Why is he not in bed? I'm glad he's not, so he can keep me company. That's AY right there. The bell of the ball. That's the elegance. That's Chioma right there. So, and of course, that's Hassan still carrying on the conversation. So, as you're coming in, please say hello. You know I have no friends, so be my friend for the period that we spent together. That's Aladdin Kelly right there, not to be mistaken for Machine Gun Kelly. Aladdin Kelly right there, good to see you, Aladdin. And that's Sheson right there, good to see you, Sheson. So keep saying hello in the comment section as you're coming in. I'll acknowledge your presence and say hello back. So now, the story actually started from here. This was the first seismic move that signaled then politics is afoot. So this is Peter Obi defecting to the ADC. We pick it up from here.
Presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi has defected to the African Democratic Congress, the ADC. According to Mr. Obi, the defection demonstrates his commitment to a unified Nigeria and quality leadership. Speaking during a political press conference organized to announce his defection in Enugu State, Mr. Obi says that he is optimistic that the ADC government will address insecurity, corruption, overtaxation, poverty, and create wealth among the teeming Nigerian population. The events brought together the leaders of the party across the nation, including former Senate President David Mark, Enyinnaya Baribe, Aminu Tambuwal, former governors from the Southeast, among other party faithful.
All right, so we're starting it off from there. Do we even need to?
Today is the last day of 2025. So we are ending this year with a hope that in 2026 we will begin a journey of rescue of our country.
Oh, so that's Peter Obi right there. That was the last day of last year, telling us then that he has begun a journey for the rescue of his country. I'm not quite sure. Is that what the Unzuka education is like, UNN? The education of our country. So that's Peter Obi right there talking gibberish as always. But that was the first seismic move then. So with that move then, the energy and potency moved to the opposition space. Because then if you look at the colossal strength of Peter Obi, 1, and Atiku Abubakar 2, then if you match the potency together, that is a heavyweight attack on incumbency. So why is it a heavyweight attack on incumbency? If you look at the numbers, we did have the numbers from hold on. Let me see if I can get you the numbers. Hold on. It's very important that we. It's very important that we have all of the information. Yes. So now, if we look at the numbers, let me bring up the numbers. If we look at the numbers, yes, it's right there. So if we look at the numbers from the last cycle of elections, then you would know just how important or how impactful Peter Obi joining the ADC is. So at the last cycle of elections, Atiku Abubakar scored 6.9 million votes. So if we round it off to say he scored 7 million votes, and Peter Obi scored 6.1 million votes. But if we round it up to say he scored 6 million votes, so 7 plus 6 is 13. And if you look at the numbers that are brought Tinubu into power, he scored near 9 million votes. So the combination of Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi has the beating of Tinubu. This is what the data tells us. If we're going by the data of the last cycle of elections, this, oh, let me remove that so you can see. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing, by the way. Guys, please, we need the numbers going up. Please like and subscribe. If it doesn't offend you to subscribe, then please do. We're after 100 new subscribers today. Can you believe that? Such a lofty dream, but it's always possible. If you guys are, if you are willing, I'm willing. I think we can do it. Let me see. What do I want to do? I want to put something. Yes, let me put this image right. Yes. So yes, the numbers, the data that we have as a working hypothesis currently, it defeats Tinubu. So that is why it was so impactful when Peter Obi decided to go and join Atiku. Like I said, 6 million votes plus 7 million votes gives you 13 million votes, which beats the 9 million votes of Tinubu. But that's not all the story, by the way. But then if you then move the 1.5 million votes of Rabiu Kwakwanso and you add it to the 9 million votes of Tinubu, then that makes it more of a fight. But then if you look at these figures, if you look if you look at these two figures right there, we go back to what's happening today in a moment. If you look at these two figures right there, so Atiku scored 6.9 million votes, and that's quite impressive, 29% of the votes cast. So that's quite impressive. But if you look at these votes, we were talking earlier on about the power and potency of governors in their state. If you look at these votes were garnered under the PDP, which had near as much governors as the APC then. So these votes, these 7 million votes, how many of them were to Atiku Abubakar and how many of them are PDP votes? And how many of those 9 million votes are portable from the PDP to the ADC? I will make bold to suggest that no more than 1.5, if not 2, if at the most generous 2 million votes are actually loyalist Atiku votes. Atiku is not a popular politician. He doesn't have the command or personality of somebody like Buhari in the north. So these are essentially PDP votes. And the votes that Atiku is able to port as the PDP candidate to the ADC candidate, I suspect they may not be more than 2 million votes. So thereabout. So if we go to Peter Obi's vote, so Peter Obi's votes also is a mixture of all sorts. It's a licorice all sorts. Out of those 6 million votes, you have the NSAS votes in there, you have the Christian votes in there, you have the ethnic votes in there, you have the anti-establishment votes in there. So all of them packaged into that 6 million votes. So also, as with Atiku Abubakar, most of these votes are not portable to carry through. The portable votes for Peter Obi, out of these 6.1 million votes, I suggest will be no more than about 2.5 million votes, maybe 3 million votes, mainly the Southeastern votes, and a few stragglers that are hanging on. So those are those. And then with the Rabiu Kwakwanso one, the Rabiu Kwakwanso votes are guaranteed. You know, because the vote for Rabiu Kwakwanso, you remember that NNPP was an opposition party, wasn't in power. So NNPP was entirely a Kwakwanso thing. So out of this 1.5 million votes nearly, I would say a good abundance of 1 million votes of them go with that Kwakwansia movement. But how strong is Kwakwanso's hold on this Kwakwansia movement still? That is where the question is. So now we go to what's happened today. So what happened today? I hear you ask, well, this is what happened today. So we move on from there to this.
Abba Yusuf has officially rejoined the All Progressives Congress. We're following that story, that development in Kano State, where the governor officially rejoined the APC and made the declaration at the Coronation Hall of the Kano Government House. The declaration was made in the presence of the former national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, deputy president of the Senate, senator of Kano South, minister of state for housing and urban development, among other dignitaries. He noted that his return is firmly anchored with working closer with the federal government under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu. Earlier, the red and white symbols of the new Nigeria People's Party in Kano State was removed from the pillars of the state government house. The All Progressives Congress flags have now been hoisted at the main gates and within the premises. In a statement by Director General, Media and Publicity to the Governor, Sanusi Bature, the move would further strengthen cooperation with the federal government, accelerate infrastructural development, enhance security coordination, and improve service delivery across Kano State. Our correspondent in Kano, Ibrahim, is.
So it's as simple as taking down one flag and replacing it with another. And that was the end of Solomon Grundy right there. So that is the Kano State Governor now officially moving from the APC, from the NNPP rather, to the APC. So I hope this thing gives us a more detailed breakdown. If we actually look at votes, let's come back here because we have to understand what this means. I'm saying that this move, it essentially guarantees Tinubu a return to power. So not a return to power, but holding on to power still. So let's go to Kano State on this particular chart right here and look at what happened in 2023. So these were the votes in Kano State right here. I wonder what it gives us. Does it give us numbers? Let's see. Hold on. I think it's important that we get the numbers. All right. So this is Kano State, not Nasarawa. We don't want Nasarawa. We want Kano. All right. Okay. Yes. Let's go to Kano. Why is it giving me Nasarawa? Okay. This is Kano State right here. So these are the figures. So we're in Kano State right there. This is the last presidential election. In Kano State, the APC got 513,000 votes. And then the NNPP, which is Kwakwanso's party, they got 953,000 votes. So that is why Kwakwanso is courted so heavily. Just those 1 million votes right there. So those 1 million votes right there, they're the deciding factors. And if you really want to know the importance of those votes, if we go to, let's say where Peter Obi is strong, for instance, if we go to the southeast, if we go to the southeast, that's Enugu State right there. If we look at the figures of Enugu State, I doubt if there's 100,000 votes coming out of Enugu State. Give us Enugu State, please. Let's have a look right there. All right. So if we look at Enugu State, for instance, the Obi won Enugu State. The highest vote in Enugu State was 56,000 votes. So if you look at the combination of all of the southeastern votes, they don't come to maybe they don't come anywhere near. Let's go to Anambra State. Actually, they don't come anywhere near the 1 million votes of Kwakwanso. And that is the potency of it. So he got about 56,000 votes in Enugu. What did Anambra offer? In Anambra State, what did he get as well? The total is what we want. Oh no, I think it's giving us word by word. But the point still remains that the total of the votes in the southeast, they somewhat now mirror the vote of just one state in the north. So that's the potential of all that. So now let's still stay with the Kwakwanso narrative. Like I said, Kwakwanso somewhat overplayed his hand and he played amateurish politics somewhat. He held on for too long and demanded too much, and it seems as though he has played himself. No presidential ticket for Kwakwanso in 2027. This is what Festus Keyamo is saying. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has said that the former Kano State Governor, Rabiu Kwakwanso, has boxed himself into one of the tightest corners in his political career. And I'd not even read this, so this is exactly my analysis as well. Anybody that's ever followed this platform for any length of time, I've heard me say countlessly that Kwakwanso is somewhat played himself in this particular political cycle. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has said that the former Kano State Governor, Rabiu Kwakwanso, has boxed himself into one of the tightest corners in his political career over what he described as his refusal or indecision to accept an earlier political olive branch from the All Progressive Congress, APC. Keyamo, who issued a statement on Sunday, noted that he had always admired engineer Mohammed Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso from a distance, but argued that recent political developments have left the former governor facing a narrow set of choices ahead of the 2027 general elections. According to him, Kwakwanso's presidential ambition is at the center of his current political dilemma. The statement partly reads, Kwakwanso wants to be president, but none of the major political parties will pick him as a candidate in 2027. APC and PDP are going south, and ADC's ticket is Atiku's to lose. So how is APC going south? What does that even mean? That's a meaningless nonsense. Oh no, APC is already south with Tinubu, yes, and PDP likely to field Sheyi Makinde in order to try and pull some votes from Tinubu. Yes, so I agree with that. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has said the former Kano State Governor, Rabiu Kwakwanso, has boxed himself into the tightest corner of his political career over what he described as his refusal or indecision to accept an earlier political olive branch from the All Progressive Congress. Keyamo, who issued the statement on Sunday, noted that he had always admired engineer Kwakwanso from a distance, but argued that recent political developments have left the former governor facing a narrowing set of choices ahead of the 2027 general elections. According to him, Kwakwanso's presidential ambition is at the center of his current dilemma. The statement partly reads, Kwakwanso wants to be president, but none of the major political parties will pick him as candidate in 2027. APC, PDP are going south, and ADC's ticket is Atiku's to lose. Atiku is the owner of ADC. Argue with your keypad if you like. Only a major political party can win a presidential election in Nigeria. NNPP is still a one-party state, and with the recent wave of defections from NNPP, including the governor himself, it is doubtful if it can maintain its grip on Kano in 2027. So, just to pause there for a moment to have a sip of water first. So what Festus Keyamo is saying here, what Festus Keyamo is saying is that when Abba Yusuf crossed over to the APC, he was received by Ganduje, Jubrin Barau, who is the leader of the House of Reps or something. So he was received by some top functionaries of the APC, and at that reception, Ganduje said that Abba Yusuf is going to get the governorship ticket of Kano State unopposed. So he's going to be the candidate of Kano State. So do you understand? So there is nobody that Rabiu Kwakwanso can come up with that will wrestle that power from Abba Yusuf. So if Kwakwanso doesn't move cleverly now, if he doesn't sheath his ego, come off his high horses and play to the politics of a one-party state politician that he is, he's going to be played out of the game. NNPP is still a one-party state, and with the recent wave of defections from NNPP, including the governor himself, it is doubtful if it can maintain its grip on Kano in 2027. A leader is only as strong as his devoted lieutenants. He further argued that the former governor's calculations rule out support for another presidential candidate in 2027. Kwakwanso will not support a northern candidate because that ends his presidential ambition, since he may have to wait another 16 years after 2027 to get a shot at the presidency. 8 likely years for the northern candidate and another 8 likely years when it rotates to the south again. That's a gamble he will not take. He will be 86 by then. So this entirely rules out Atiku Kwakwanso cooperation in 2027. Akiamo's statement. Kwakwanso could give up his political ambitions and then look to punish somebody. And he may well look to punish Tinubu by packing his influence with Atiku, because he's played a gambit that cannot work. And he was ill-advised anyway. If he takes advice at all, maybe his ego got ahead of him. He played himself. That's essentially what Kwakwanso is doing. Kwakwanso has done. That is a gamble he will not take. He will be 86 years old by then. So this entirely rules out an Atiku Kwakwanso cooperation in 2027, Keyamo stated. Keyamo said that based on prevailing political realities, 2031 appears to be Kwakwanso's most realistic presidential window, but warned that decisions taken in 2027 would be decisive. You know, it looks as I suspect that Keyamo may well be a subscriber to this platform, because it's just repeating everything I've said endlessly. You see all these defections that you're seeing into the APC, they are not defections that Tinubu is bullying them into. These are pragmatic politicians that are playing to the politics post the elections. So when the elections have come and gone, they can then say that, look, we packed our support with you when you needed it the most, so support our ambitions now. So they are packing their political stake now with the space that they know is going to win. That's essentially what's going on. And that is the move that Kwakwanso needs to make as well. He needs to come into the APC now. So he has a good 5 years to build his status within that party so that he can then launch at that presidential ticket once Tinubu finishes in 2031. So if he doesn't move within the week, then it's fucked. It's just as simple as that. If it doesn't move within the week, then it's fucked. And I suspect that Kwakwanso will move within the week. It says that's a gamble he will not take. He will be 86 by then. So this entirely rules out an Atiku Kwakwanso cooperation in 2027. Keyamo said that based on prevailing political realities, 2031 appears to be Kwakwanso's most realistic presidential window, but warned that decisions taken in 2027 will be decisive. Based on the above calculations, the only pathway for Kwakwanso in 2031, the only pathway for Kwakwanso is in 2031, but the alliance he builds in 2027 will be crucial to his ambitions in 2031. If his grip on Kano slips in 2027, it will water down his clout and influence in 2031 to be handed a presidential ticket by any major political party. This is the time he can cash in on his presumed dominance of Kano politics and take a chance, he added. Kwakwanso's only chance of a realistic alliance now with a major political party is actually narrowed down to the PDP, the APC, or the Labour Party, only if Peter Obi returns there and picks up the presidential ticket and he agrees to run as a VP candidate to Obi. But all three options present their own challenges, Keyamo said. On the People's Democratic Party, he stated, with the PDP now gasping for breath, it may be easier for Kwakwanso to return to the PDP on some terms, like taking over the entire structure in Kano and some northwest states and returning Kano to PDP. And that will signal the death of NNPP. But with the zoning of the presidential ticket to the south, that would mean a suspension of the 2027 presidential ambition till 2031. On the APC option, Keyamo said, if Kwakwanso decides to pitch tent with the APC, he is in no position to dictate so much terms to the party. With the exodus of key figures from NNPP to APC in Kano, and the APC structure in Kano is now better steered to challenge the NNPP in 2027. The APC is therefore not so desperate for a Kwakwanso in Kano, but will be glad to welcome him into the party. He still remains an asset, but one thing is sure, the APC cannot throw its entire structure in Kano under the bus for Kwakwanso, especially with the governor parting ways with him. However, the attraction of the APC for him is that the APC still has the national spread and structure to retain power in 2031. So, an APC option for Kwakwanso will also mean a suspension of his presidential ambition till 2031. On the Labour Party, he was categorically stating the 2027 Labour Party option for Kwakwanso is narrower because he simply cannot and will not run as vice presidential candidate to Peter Obi. Take that to the bank. His own people would not even support him to give a likely fresh 8 years to the South. Keyamo concluded that Kwakwanso now stands at a critical political juncture with potential career-defining consequences. From the scenarios above, Kwakwanso is in a very difficult political crossroad. The decision he makes now may retire him permanently from politics or revive his presidential ambition. But one fact is clear, just like late Buhari and the CPC, without a handshake with another major party, he will remain a local champion with his NNPP. But that too may soon vanish with the present predicament of the party. So I endorse in the fullness of everything that Festus Keyamo said there, and I endorse it in the fullness of only because it's in tandem with my sentiments as well. Let me send the link. If anybody wants to come in. Please, we need numbers going up. Can you please like and subscribe? We're not even seeing anything that looks like a super chat apart from Hassan. Have people forgotten that the platform needs super chat? Let me send the link into the comment section. If anybody wants to come in, I think there's a conversation to be had here. I know we're starting extremely late, but I think there's a conversation to be had here. So if you want the conversation, hop on. What else have we got in the news? I'm not quite sure that. Oh yes, the coup plotters are to be tried. That's also in the news as well. Do you remember those people that were plotting a coup against Tinubu? It says several Nigerian military officers will be tried on accusations they plotted a coup. This is coming from the Daily Mail, a UK news platform. It says, well, we all know the story anyway, but a group of Nigerian military officers will stand trial for allegedly plotting to overthrow the West African nation's government, the Nigeria Defense Headquarters said on Monday, citing findings from an investigative panel. At least 16 officers were arrested in October over what the military authorities described as acts of indiscipline and breaches of service regulations. The arrest, added to local media reports of a failed coup, had caused tension in a region already faced with a string of coups. An investigation into the officers' conduct was concluded and revealed a coup plot against President Tinubu's government. Sumaila Uba, Nigerian military spokesperson, said in a statement on Monday, the findings have identified a number of officers with allegations of plotting to overthrow the government, which is inconsistent with the ethics, values, and professional standards required of members of the armed forces. The officers found culpable will be arraigned before a military judicial panel to face trial in accordance with military procedure, the spokesperson said. It was not clear how many of the 16 officers were arrested will face trial, and authorities did not provide their names. Further measures were also taken to preserve order, discipline, and effectiveness of the military, the spokesperson said. So there it is right there. I wonder, because traditionally, historically, they should face the firing squad, but I suspect that under a civilian dispensation, that might well not be the case. We play the Kegite music, we see who turns up for a convo. The link is in the comment section. If you want to have the chart, hop on like a bunny rabbit.
Only water, where they see ma. Water, only water, where they see ma. Hapa o naido. Hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o. Ilé sọ́dí àkẹ́kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rẹ̀ o. Bọ́bí Master kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rẹ̀ o. Chifu Wáìlà tí kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rẹ̀ o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòde ojàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́ọ̀dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Odúyẹ̀lá ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosonana ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosodúnkẹ́ ẹyẹ rẹ̀ ó dìlé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ̀. Ikú kò ní ríwà gbéṣe o.
And there it is right there. Ikuko ni riwa gbeshebe, death have nothing to do with us. Amen to that on behalf of myself and you, my friends. And by the way, we'll be revisiting this topic still tomorrow. It's too big a topic not to be revisited. But joining us, the man with the heart, that's AY right there. The one for the ladies, that's Rational Mind right there. And the one for the, which one are you for? That's a son right there. So those are the assembled so far. Still plenty of spaces. Anybody that wants to hop on. What a moment in time. AY. I said I'm calling it for Tinubu. Would you agree with this move?
Good evening, everyone. 1 month.
Okay, how far?
I do. Well, interesting time ahead, man. It's gonna be so interesting. I really love what is happening. You know, I think as last year I was telling you, in 2026 you are gonna see a lot of move. That's what you are seeing right now. So, my position currently is, the ball is still in Tinubu's court. So Tinubu, I'm not seeing anything that will really challenge Tinubu for now. Especially with the defection of the governor of Kano State. So, what is going on in Kano is very, very interesting. It's one area we need to watch. Kano, Oshu State. There are some of the area I'm really watching right now. Then Rivers. So with the Kano movement. Yes, I personally feel Konkoso made a very big mistake. This is my thinking. Reason be that I think the governor was loyal to him, but he seems he want that complete loyalty. He want to give direction. He want to. What I also heard was there was a threat.
Sorry, AY. Do you think that the governor read the political landscape better than
That's exactly what it is. So
yes,
that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, carry on.
I learned that even within NNPP, there was a threat to the governor's second tenure. So the governor, even Konkoso, was actually talking to APC. I think Konkoso wants some kind of assurance. Then the governor, when he saw what was happening, then his governor start negotiating for second term with APC. If I decamp, you have to assure me you are giving me the ticket. I think they promised him the ticket. He gave some concession too, because APC, they are going to produce the original APC, they are going to produce the deputy governor right now. So, which I think is a good deal, because in 2027, even before the governor defecting, a lot of Konkoso ally, they've actually moved to APC. Like Kao Sumaila, you call him. I think you have a couple of House of Rep member that also the car for NNPP to APC. Mind you, APC, they are not really weak in Kano State. The deputy president, Senate president is APC. You call him Barao Jibri. So with the governor moving his supporters into APC now, the question is who controls the Talakawa? Probably Asa is going to answer that question.
No, you attempt at it. Asa will answer it, but you attempt, because I think
let me say this. Let me say this. Dot Odare Kokoso as well. If historically Konkoso work in misery ways, so Konkoso Dot Odare team, Konkoso can mobilize the Talakawas against them still. So, but I think it's gonna be difficult for him. It's gonna be difficult for him because most of the big wing politicians in Kano right now, they are in APC. But Kano, they also have their mind, the Talakawas now. You know, most time what really happened, right? Konkoso is playing the victim card right now. More like, oh, you saw the betrayer. You saw
it's been raining courses on
yeah. So there has been a lot of movement, a lot of Konkoso directing. This is what I'm gonna say. But I strongly believe APC can win the state, but Konkoso is gonna put up a fight.
All right. Sorry. No, I want you to take this and then bring it home, so we move it around a little bit. But okay. In terms of so you're talking about the battle for the Kano State governorship.
Kano State governor, yeah.
But also in terms of Kwakwanso's political career.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Do you think he has just a week to 10 days window now? And what options do you think is available to him?
So that's where I said Konkoso made a big mistake, because Konkoso would have been better moving to APC and fight for his place, because he can move to APC and start fighting for 2031 ticket, position himself. This is what I think would have been better for Konkoso, because as he starts now, Konkoso cannot deputize Atiku. Even if he moves to ADC, he will not want to do that, because Atiku is going to be kind of like destabilize his political career. He will not move to Atiku. This is I'm sure of this. And Konkoso, trust me, he does not want to be vice to Peter Obi, because even that ticket people think that ticket will sell, but except you know the Nota politics, and there are things I don't want to say, that ticket will not sell, it will not fly. This is actually the honest truth. So Konkoso, if I were in his position, I will move to APC. I will position said for 2021, it's going to be very difficult because before 2021, APC is going to implode. Watch out for it. This is what is going to happen within the APC. He can move to PDP. PDP, they are sick right now. So, but he can still move to PDP and try to rebuild PDP. This is another option I think Kokoso have. PDP is still there, but if he can work with the leaders, the remaining leaders of PDP across the country and try to see if he can get the ticket for PDP. But ADC, there is no room for Konkoso in ADC.
But if he wants to play the politics of spite, if he wants to be spiteful and vengeful, then he will move to the ADC. That means he has given up on his own future.
Because so I personally feel for many reasons. I personally feel Konkoso made a mistake. If I were Konkoso, I would have moved to APC and have negotiation with the president, and the president will give him some kind of position. You give them to Kokosia movement. And the other thing he can have, I think that's his best option. In all honesty, the last thing I'm gonna say, you said people are gonna speak. I want to speak on the vice president. I have actually looked at what is going on with the APC. I think Tinubu, he understands Nigerian politics, is very good at it. I think it might be counterproductive if he try to remove Shetima. He needs to be very careful because oppositions are really watching right now. Trust me, ADC are watching. They might capitalize on that and kick Tinubu out of power. Tinubu needs to be super careful. If he must alter that ticket, because Nigeria is not Lagos State where he can remove the deputy governor and replace with another one. As regard Nigeria, because if you touch Shetima, I think you are gonna lose a bunch of
even the thing is in the Tinubu administration, I would say Shetima is probably the most popular. Probably more people like Shetima. I like Shetima. Everybody likes Shetima now.
People like Shetima, even in the north. Don't forget, Shetima is from Kanuri, and Kanuri, this is the dominant tribe in the Borno and Yobe Axis. So you have, I think, in my own humble opinion, the way it is, right, he should leave the ticket because replacing Techesema even with another Muslim from the west, from the northwest, it might be counterproductive because you are gonna go into some battle. See,
if he removes Shetima, then he has to go with a Christian. He cannot go with another Muslim.
Yeah, that is where it's also very tricky too. I think my own personal opinion, I'm not gonna say my reason here. Asa will understand where I'm going. I'm gonna reserve my comment, but I don't think it should touch Shetima because that might be counterproductive. Opposition might use that to kick Tinubu out of power. He will be shocked. I mean, if he read the political atmosphere, he knows that, he has a good plan. Good, but I think it's gonna be very counterproductive if care is not taken.
All right, brilliant, excellent. I still want your views on the coup plotters, etc. But we're going to do a very quick 5 minutes whip round. We'll be a bit rigid with the 5 minutes, just so everybody gets to speak, and then we open it up to a more rounded conversation. Because I think this move by Abba Yusuf, it has freed up the space for Tinubu to act with a bit more flexibility. But we go up from you. We go Rational Mind, Hassan, Isaac, Baba, Patoski. Rational Mind, you're up next. Toto Joveta, Kilo Sele now. This are fight, man.
What a guan. In
that this country, was that not Blackie or not Blackie?
Yeah. The guy's an old man now. I think I saw him recently online. I was like, whoa, is this Blackie? Oh wow.
Yes. Do you remember one as well? Majek Fashek. He looks a wreck.
the mandator and the rest of them.
He looks a wreck. The last time I saw his image, I was so sad. He looks a wreck. He looks older than me, and I'm not sure he is.
Dead.
Is he dead?
Don't die now.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, there it is.
So
What's that? What's that they say? Live fast, die young. Have a good-looking corpse. Okay.
Yeah. Well, man, it's been a while. Thanks for having me here today, this evening, my time. Yeah. So you might have to feed me those topics you have.
Have you been out of the loop politically? Have you been paying attention to the
I won't say I have. I've just not been having my say as I would on your platform here and elsewhere. So I've been busy with personal I don't know stuff. Yeah, so. Yeah.
Right, your voice sounds a bit faint and distant. So if you can,
I'm very close to my device. I just don't know why it's faint. I'm very close to my device. So maybe.
All right, brilliant.
Is it better now? Better this way?
Yeah, it's better now. Maybe just bring the volume up a bit. But we're talking about the Kano State Governor defecting to the APC, and by our counting now, it looks as though 31 out of the 36 state governors are with the APC. So it is almost. There is nothing that seems possible to remove APC from power. The way things as it stands as of now, nothing removes them from power. What's your assessment then? The Kano State Governor, the biggest, there are 4 states, Rivers, Katsina, Lagos, and Kano. Those 4 states give you the presidency. Tinubu owns Lagos, he now owns Kano. So what removes him from the presidency?
Well, it will be removed. Don't worry. It will be removed. All those permutations you guys are always doing here, it's just your APC rhetorics you'd like to bring here. All of you talk forgetting what happened in 2023. That APC had states that.
We need you just a little bit louder, just a little bit.
So
sorry, Zeta, your device is not connecting. Go out and come back in, Zeta. Carry on.
Yeah, so I just hope my device is. Let me see if I can increase the volume here. But I think that's the highest I have. I have the highest here. So anyway, you people quickly forgot what happened in 2023. That there were also APC states that Tinubu lost. Almost all KKK states were all lost. I think Kebbi, Kaduna, Katsina, Kano, that were under APC governors. They lost it. So what are we talking about? We know all these things that APC like to send out just to make a point that so that when they do their rigging, come 2027 or 2026, the people will not have anything to say that he won fair and squarely, or whatever crap they want to throw around, words they want to brandish around to make people believe that there was no rigging. Tell me, what has Tinubu done that he deserved to be voted back in? Tell me. Rather than all this is your fake statistics that you people throw around about economy and the crap. You go back home there, go and see our people. People they holler. People can't pay their school fees. Their children's school fees. And then you people come here, you talk like us. I don't even know, but it's okay. We know where everybody stands. We all have our own share of it. You see this guy that is monumental failure in every ramification, and you people come here, you say, he has 37 governors, and so what? You forgot you had about 9-10 states that were under APC that they lost. What are we talking about? But the fact that he has all these governors does not mean it is Tinubu against the Nigerian people. Talking about Kano State that you people are talking about now, you forgot that it is Kwakanso that has the momentum there. The main guy there, in fact, the idiots that defected to APC. I saw a video, was it yesterday? When they were saying Kwakwansia, but even in the name, even in the movement, it is Kwakwansia from Kwakwanso. They didn't say this is their governor. They didn't name the group. This is a president governor. They didn't say what was that governor's name. They didn't even say his name like they say Kwakwansia. It's a movement by Kwakwanso. So we'll see how that plays out, because the main guy there, who is the head of the group, is Kwakwanso. Ganduje was there. He was the governor of Kano State when Tinubu ran, but they defeated him there. What are we talking about? So we're all going to see how that's going to play out. If this guy is going to return back to office under APC, we're going to see. But don't forget what happened in 2023. But we know that Tinubu is the head now. He's the one that he controls the whole federal agencies that probably that's going to be officiating. That is going to be the officiating the people there, namely the INEC, the police force, the military, and all of that. That they will deploy that very day. We know all those strategies they're going to put in place. But I know all this thing is just trying to say is that, I mean, he did not that all these governors run into his parties, not as if they won under APC. They were forced. I will use the word, kind of forced, because they knew what happened in Edo State. We saw a trend of the way at which Tinubu and his criminals, they were just rigging election, broad daylight, falsifying the election results, beating down the opposition, beating them like as if they can't even talk. We know what he's doing. That's why a lot of them are afraid. They don't want to go the way of Edo State and maybe other states that lost to APC. In broad daylight, they robbed the election in Edo State. And you're telling me here that like as if all those governors that took the mandate of the party where they won to APC, as if they won under APC. No. We will see. We'll all be here. We'll be here. We'll see what's going to happen. But I know Tinubu is capable of doing his mago-mago. The same mago-mago he has been doing in Lagos. Even in Lagos that was under his APC, he lost it to Labour. What are we talking about? But we know because he's there now. He's the main guy now, right? He controls the federal agency. He could easily rig the election. We saw the template already. They've already set in motion with Edo State and the other states that they already did. How they rob the people.
Rational mind. If it doesn't rig the election, can you see circumstances under which it will win? Tinubu controls the party has 31 out of the 36 state governors. So they control 31 state houses. And for all that you say, Tinubu is quite popular amongst Nigerians. He's popular with me. And if you go around all the social media spaces outside of the Obi loop, you will find that this guy is somewhat popular. And you'll find that some of his policies, even a lot of them, the people actually buy into what he's doing. They don't like the pain, but they see the direction. So can you not see circumstances under which this guy wins free and fair, irrespective of...
He's not going to win free and fair. He can never. Tinubu has never won a free and a fair election. Maybe besides the one that he did in 1999, probably. The second one, the second one was not a free and fair election. Maybe the first was free because we know under what he ran, because the Afenifere and the rest of them, they were all back in the AD at the time. We know. But the second time, the second running, it was not. He has never won free and fair. It's always with his rigging machine and all of that. Mago, killing, stifling, just silencing opposition like it did. I said it here years and years before I even started running. I said it here that this is what this guy does. And look at what is happening. Let me land.
Who do you think will win, free and fair?
It's okay. Let me land. My point is just that Tinubu has never won. He has never run any election that is free and fair. It is mago. We were watching live in real time how results were trickling in. Suddenly they shut down the
You
IREF.
see, I forget the IREF this thing now.
No, don't even forget the IREF. Let me have my say. I'll say my point.
No, we take on board what you're saying, of course. That's your opinion. But if you look at what the landscape is likely to be like in 2027.
What landscape are you talking about, man? What landscape are you talking about?
No, the political presentation. What's going to be presented essentially is going to be a choice between Tinubu and Atiku.
Well,
so are you saying?
We'll see how that plays out. Very likely it could be between Tinubu and Atiku, probably. If they.
Well, that's what the permutation tells us now.
Well, we all just We'll just make it, like you say, permutations here. We don't know exactly what tomorrow will bring.
Yeah, but we know we know the landscape now.
Well,
we know the landscape.
Yeah, it's possible. If I know,
it's probable. It's not just possible. It's probable. Yes.
Well, the probability is much, like you said. Yeah. Because if Atiku throws his hat in the ring or whatever they say, if he wants to contest under ADC, probably he would clinch that ticket. I don't see him be having a pathway in.
Of course not. So if it's Atiku versus Tinubu, which is likely the scenario, how do you think that will go?
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. We'll see how well as we get closer to that permutation. Because right now my crystal ball could not even see anything like I used to before. But my point is just that what I just know is that I know you guys will play. I mean, what I say by you guys, I know the APC goons and all of them. They will play the ethnic card. Yes, it's the son of the South. That is why Atiku must not run in that election. I mean, I would have, if on a good way, I mean, a good day, I would have preferred Atiku and Obi running together. But there's something that Tinubu has successfully done. I've seen so many people on this platform. They come here. Oh, I will never vote Obi again. Hey, I will never. If Obi is not on the ticket, these are APC paid people. They will come here and so that they just.
Aisha Yusuf is APC. She said that.
What? You say what?
Is Aisha Yusuf APC? She said that.
One man. It's okay. We know what we're saying. What I'm saying here is that we know how APC try to spin the narrative. We have some of them who are just shipping wolf. I mean, wolf in sheepskin or whatever. They come, they pretend to be to have voted to Obi. They just want to spin one narrative because they knows that ticket of Obi and Atiku is going to be a formidable one. But they want to create this impression that, oh, if it's not Obi, nothing never. And if Obi does not be on that ticket, if it's not the main person on that ticket, we're not going to support it. Yeah. And I've often said here, even from day one, that people should obedience should refrain from saying that. Politics is not like that. Politics, you have to see the trend, how it goes. For me, I would have preferred that combination. That's the only way that I know Tinubu will be scared. But that is why if they can throw that narrative out there, Obi will be forced not to want to take this second place, because at the end of the day, if Atiku clinch that ticket, if Obi says it's going to be the deputy, I know they will spin that narrative from there again, and then probably a lot of the obedience too, they will buy into it and say, yeah, we're not going to support it, and then maybe they will use that mago and use it to be able to rig the election in favor of Tinubu. But just go back to your point.
Oh, all right, give us about 2 more minutes and then we'll move it around.
Tinubu has not done anything that could make Nigerians say, yes, we're going to vote him. Is deserving of second term. So don't give me this way that people like to do of making to juggle words just so as to confuse people. Yeah, and the permutation is showing that Tinubu is doing what has he done, my friend? What has he done? We're talking about a tax law that was just signed. This mother effer that I don't even know where it's from. I mean, I've said this guy's an immoral man. It's the bankrupt of morality. You are leading an executive, and they changed tax laws, several sections were changed. See the one that the state that is under his control, Lagos State, what they were brandishing some few days ago, was it yesterday? We don't even know the section where they're quoting that from. This is the same guy that was saying that let us widen the tax net. And that is what it's trying to do, because we've seen a section that, according to what was that in the newspaper some few days ago, was it this day newspaper? They did an expose. Well, we saw that, yeah, these people they've just messed up that tax or whatever crap. They just brought in a lot of sections that were not in the original one that was passed by the House of Representatives. That's to tell you that this guy is a forger.
All right, don't worry. I'll be bringing Taiwo Yedele within the next.
Whoever I want to bring him. I don't even want to go by that, because all those people, they're just all the same criminals, like the person that appointed them. So, in conclusion, one man, for me, I know we can do all this permutation, and I know that's what APC wants to do. They've paid many media goons. Everybody's online now. They are all just trying to have their own piece of the meat. Now they have their own media people down that are just going all online now, spewing crap. Just try to spin a narrative so that Nigerians could buy into that, and so that when they eventually rig the election, Nigerians will not have anything to say. Yes, he wants fair and square. Woman, for me, we'll all be here. I've said my own. I've said my own many times, and most of the things I said on your platform here, and I've seen many of them come to pass. But we'll see. We'll be here. We'll see. But I know Tinubu is not deserving of second time. In no way does he deserve that second time. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
All right, brilliant. That's the inimitable rational mind. So thank you, rational mind. Thank you for that. We're going from rational mind to Hassan. We're still being somewhat rigid with the timing, just so we can get through everybody quickly. On our way to Hassan, can people please do us the favor of liking and subscribing? The numbers are not looking anything like they should look. So if you don't have any objection to liking and subscribing, then please do exactly that, like and subscribe.
One man, can you give me 10 minutes? Let someone else talk. I'll come back in 10 minutes, please.
All right, brilliant. We go from we'll as we wait for Hassan, then we go to Isaac. So Isaac, floor is yours.
Yeah, so good evening, man.
Good evening to you, my brother.
Good morning, or whatever. Hassan, I don't think I'll be able.
According to Kano, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever you are. Yeah, Tinubu will not be able to win the 2027 election. You know, I don't think he's going to win. That's what people say. But I also want anybody that is saying he's not going to win 2027, they should also include all other, like you said, they should also include all other factors like rigging, because the 2027 election will be rigged, whether you like it or not. If Atiku wins, the election is rigged. If Obi wins, the election is rigged. If Tinubu wins, the election is rigged. So now, since we all know that whosoever wins in Nigeria is a rigged election. So I think that is the very aspect we should base our arguments. When you say he's not going to win, and you know he's going to rig it, which is a normal thing in our country, you should be able to, make it very clear to us when you are saying, oh, Tinubu will be sent out of Aso Rock by 2027. Just make it clear. Is it that after he has rigged and is being sworn in the second term, and then you will now come again to say, oh, just like it happened in the past election 2023, after it was rigged, which it will be rigged and be rigged and be rigged. 2031 will be rigged, whosoever comes. I don't think Nigeria has grown to that, that level to say election will happen in Nigeria and it will not be rigged. So since we all know that, I don't know why people don't base their argument on it. They will say the man that will win will not win, but they will refuse to agree to the fact that that election will be rigged. So for the benefit of those who will come to, because what we have here now is Yusuf joining APC from Kano. I think that's a boost, whether you like it or not. Even if Kwakwaso is there, even if Kwakwaso comes to APC tomorrow, or he decides not to come, as long as the governor of Kano State came to APC, I think yesterday or early this morning, I'm not sure, but I think he's already in APC. It's a big boost So, calculating from the past election, if Tinubu got 800 or 8,000, sorry, from Kano, definitely with the help of this defection of the governor, it would transport his 8,000 to at least 1.3. That is if Kwakwaso refused to come. So definitely there's a struggle there already, and all other areas that will have governors defecting to APC. So before I drop my points, there's this aspect of the ADC I don't like in our politics. Atiku went to ADC. I think he was the one that went to ADC first. Before Atiku got to ADC, personally, I didn't even know whether there was a party like that. It was when Atiku left PDP and decided to go to ADC to reorganize the party. I started hearing ADC, and we all know from beginning when Atiku went to ADC that Atiku is the owner of that party at the moment. And then later, we saw Herufai, we saw what's his name, Amechi, and out of these big wings that we are all mentioning names, I think the last that went to ADC was Obi, and immediately Obi came to ADC, the Obi then also went there. You know, so hearing now that is going to, if it's not Obi or nothing from the obedience, is alarming. Like, I don't understand why will it be Obi or nothing? What about Atiku that went there first, that has his vision, has all his we all say his age is telling on him, is his last shoot.
That's what Dele Momodu is saying to the obedience as well, that, the level of disrespect, there are other heavyweights there, and you're saying Obi or nothing.
Yeah, now they are going to ADC to go and fight. This platform has always been, I don't think anybody, like I study everyone here in this platform, apart from maybe the obedient who are dying and dying, these other people that are coming here to say Tinubu will win, I don't think they are actually dying for him like me. I'm saying he will win, but not that I'm dying for him. Like, it's my greatest choice to rule Nigeria. No, that's not the point. But the point is, we are just saying it the way it is, and we shouldn't pretend about it. That's the politics of your country. Say it the way it is, and stop dancing around, and then tomorrow you will not let anybody hear what. You'll be making noise, crying. But say it the way it is. I'm not saying you shouldn't support who you want to support, but tell us, say this is the person that will win. Don't be pretending. Thank you, Wama.
All right, brilliant and to the point. That's why we love Isaac so much. He always stays within the time limit, but delivers an epic submission. So thank you, Patrick. We go to Baba, and then we look back to Hassan. So Baba, I mean, it's party time, isn't it, really, for the Tinubu household? Not that anything ever removed him from power, but more so now than ever before. Victory guaranteed.
Well, stranger things have not happened, actually. There is more to come, but...
sorry, Baba, we need more volume from you as well. Everybody is...
Let me put it this way. I think a lot of people don't know how Nigeria elect their president. A lot of people don't know.
So, sorry, big apologies, Baba. Can people please, if you're not already subscribed, please do. We need numbers going up, and like as well. The numbers are not going up. Please push up the numbers. Back to you, Baba.
Yeah. In our constitution, in our electoral regulations and laws, that you score the highest votes doesn't mean you've won the presidency. Yes, that's the law. It is the spread. The Constitution talked about. You have to win as it's presently constituted. We have 36 states plus FCT. So you have to win 25%, at least 25% of 2/3 of 36 states. I mean, 25%. And in 36 states, that's 24 states. You have to win 25%. If you hit that threshold and you score below even the person with the highest number of votes who did not meet that threshold, you've won the presidency. It is that simple. So let them get this straight. It is the law. And in the last election, Tinubu is the only one that met that threshold. Obi won 16 states. I think Atiku won about 19. Tinubu won 24 states or 25. So he did not only win the highest number of votes, he met the constitutional threshold. So we should not get it twisted.
You must meet the two, oh, Baba.
No.
Oh, you must meet the two.
Okay. He met the two. He scored 25% in 2/3 of 36 states. It is a law, failing which they have to go into a runoff. So if we use the 2023 election as an example, if they had to go into a runoff, then it would have been between Tinubu and Atiku. The man in the third place is not in the reckoning. It's not in the reckoning. So let's get that straight. Let's go back and read the electoral rules and regulation and what the Constitution says about that. So it's not about emotions here or diabolical wishes. So this Kwankwaso thing is very fascinating to me. And I think I admired Abba Yusuf for his level-headedness, because his case is not dissimilar to that of Fubara, because Kwankwaso appointed almost all the commissioners. Even his son is in charge of youth sports, some social or youth sport. His son is a commissioner. He appointed everybody, the National Assembly member, and even the commissioners don't take directive from Abba Yusuf. Everything, all that they receive from Abba Yusuf, they check it with Kwankwaso first before administering. So he has been very patient. And it is that the enemies tapped into, because that bore a hole in the wall. And Ganduje sliding through that hole to convince him that you can't go on like this. And besides that, they hold a sword of Damocles on his head by saying it's only by cooperating with Kwankwaso that he will get his second term. And as things are going, it doesn't look as if he will get his second term because of people like the Galadima influence. So what do you expect him to do? Galadima.
He said who will not get his second term?
Abba Yusuf.
He don't get them finished, Pujara.
No, in APC, yes, but in NNPP, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking of NNPP. So what do you expect him to do? He has to move. It's about self-preservation. I just admire the smoothness, the patience with which he did it without too much rancor, like the one we are having in River State. So
you said without too much rancor, it was somewhat ugly the way Kwakwanso made him. You know what Kwakwanso has been raining
compared to
curses.
River State now, compared to River State, where everybody was at daggers drawn. I mean,
I don't even know why Papazo is crying blue mother. What is his problem? He's been decamping.
It's frustration. I can
people. So
understand.
what's his
You
problem?
understand? He himself have betrayed Atiku before. He even called Atiku 80-year-old lying.
He betrayed Shakarawo now.
Shakarawo too. So I don't know. They think Kama doesn't have the addresses of everyone. No. So I don't have sympathy for him.
Baba.
And if he's yes, sir.
AI said she does not understand why. The money don't dry now. That's what that means. You can't say you don't know. You don't understand why he's crying.
I don't understand because
no more state money.
I don't think it's the money.
Let me
I
explain.
think it's running out of. I think he thinks he is starting to realize that Kwakwanso is going to be buried in the next, not physically, but politically in the next 3 weeks if he doesn't make the decisions that he should make.
No, but one
man election politics are not like that.
It's the one appointing people and stuff. Don't tell me it doesn't involve state funds now. Come on.
Let me tell you why I said I don't understand why he's crying about. He actually do not have a stronghold on Kano. If I say it, most people will not like me. Pankwanzo, how many votes did he get? 54%, a presidential candidate who owns Kano. Come on now. It wasn't a strong...
a lot of people don't know that. He scored 900 and something. Tinubu scored 500 and something.
Yes. So what is... He didn't even make up to 1.3 million votes in Kano. So what's the big deal? He doesn't really have a foothold in it. And this is a state.
See, let me shock you, Zita. Do you know the so-called registered voters in Kano? It's about 7 million for that election. Do we put it to, with that kind of mass movement we have with the conquest here, you will have thought that maybe 3 million would turn out to vote.
Those are ghosts. That's the ghost.
That 2023 election,
Baba,
2023 election is not actually. We should pardon we should pardon the, what will I call it? The voters' enthusiasm, because Buhari did a lot within that election, during that election. He did a lot of things that got people angry to stay at home. Is it not that election week that the man collected all their money and set it at place with a leaf? Come on.
Yeah,
the turnout, I will not base judgment on that turnout. Nigerians were treated really, really badly by Buhari. Honestly, during that election, for reasons I don't know, he didn't tell anybody till he died.
Yes, Baba, I don't think we can place any stock. Huh?
Can I chip in something? Sorry.
Yeah, chip it in, and then Baba give us 3 more minutes, and then we try Hassan again, only because it's closer to the scene of the crime. Good.
So my 2023 election, you will remember there was a time they were discovering voters' card inside some bush in is it Enugu or one of the southeast?
Yeah, southeast. Yeah, that's true.
All those numbers
about 650 or so.
Yeah, all those numbers in Kano State, they are not human beings. They are ghost people, ghost registering them. Maybe some of them from Niger or some other thing. They couldn't vote and they couldn't read with those numbers. That's why the margin is too much. 7 million to less than 1.3 and 1.5. That is too wide.
That's my point.
Yeah. So they are not. Kano has more bulk vote. Their vote is not as bulk as they claim. And I think Kwakwanso is overestimated. And they made him see that. What you read and saying.
So when
I'm not looking at the number of votes he got, actually. I'm looking at the percentage. Even if it's 50 people that came out to vote, I'm expecting him to get at least 70 or 80% of that vote.
It got 58 point something
okay, I
percent
get
of the
what you're
votes.
saying now.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the number of votes. For the way they talk about him in Kano, and he's a presidential candidate running on a ticket, come on now. At least he should get about 70%. But he got 54% or 52% of the vote. And then he's crying about that somebody took what from him? His mother's breast or what? I don't get it.
Well, when it comes to the configuration of the opposition going into the 2027 election, I still think, and I believe, Obi will still run as VP to Atiku. And that's the ticket I want badly.
That's not the ticket I want.
That's the ticket I want because that's
I want
you know why?
Versus,
that's what they've
I want
been
Obi and Tinubu. Everybody stay away. Let Obi and Tinubu entering.
That will be too easy.
I will just keep my whiskey, get my grilled seal with asparagus, then keep a bottle of champagne.
But that's not feasible.
I don't drink champagne, so I'm waiting to puff it and throw it away.
I don't drink champagne either. It gives me a headache. But that's not feasible. It's like a lamb to slaughter. If you say just strictly Obi versus Tinubu, then it's like you are just asking Tinubu to hold a machine gun.
No, I want them to learn what is called politics.
Yeah, but that's not feasible now. Because if it's Obi just versus Tinubu, the whole of the northern votes will go to Tinubu. The southwestern votes will go to Tinubu. The south-south vote will go to Tinubu. They'll just humiliate Obi now if it's just Obi versus Tinubu.
I want them to learn politics. They've not learned. I want them to learn politics.
Well, that will not be possible anyway. It's a dream ticket maybe, but because Atiku will run, no doubt about that.
No, Atiku should be his vice president.
It's not possible constitutionally.
That's what they said.
Yeah, Atiku will run. So that is why I pray.
I don't even understand this Atiku will run. Come on now. Obi did not step down for Atiku. So Atiku shouldn't step down for anybody. If he wants to run, he should run. In 2023, Obi neither supported him, nor did he support a southern president. He thwarted the ticket and ran point on, like I keep saying it, the Northerners will not behave like this. It happened in 2015, it happened in 2019. I knew what the Northerners did. I knew what they did.
So that's why I'm sure that Obi will accept the vice president.
All right, 3 more minutes, Baba, and we'll move it round.
Okay, thank you, one man,
Patrick
for showing that flexibility for me, because Atiku will run, and Obi will have nowhere to go but be his VP into that election. Even that VP will not come without a fight from the camp of Rotimi Amechi. But Rotimi Amechi is a kind of maverick politician. They have to negotiate him out of the VP-ship. And if Obi runs, the interesting thing is I want to see the faces of Professor Odikalu. I want to see the face of Batutomi and a host of others who have come out in politics by saying, I will quit if Obi.
Baba, I don't think he will be vice president. I think he will run alone.
No, he will not. He will not do that.
All right, Zita, let Baba land so that we can move it around. We got party with him. Got yourself as well.
He will not leave. Because even the LP, if we listen to what Arabambi has been saying and other Abure and Co., that judgment, they may even appeal it. And if I go by what I've been hearing from Nina Ditu, she's not sure-footed that it's a total victory for them. So I think Obi will stay put, and that means the obedient movement have to be divided one way or the other. And this has been predicted before. I didn't believe it then. But then it makes me have so much respect for politicians because they see what we don't see. Because when I was told that about...
So sorry, Baba, what was predicted before?
That the obedience will split at a stage and the other half will be up for cash. They will cash out. Emphatically, I laughed in the face of the person who told me this, a top politician. I say, I don't believe it, because then they were so vociferous. And you know them with their passion and things like that. So I said, no, it can't happen. I said, okay, let's see. But today, I mean, I have another layer of respect I have added to that person, by the personnel of that person. Because the obedient movement will split. And the irony is that he shouldn't have made that move at all. They claimed they were canvassed. And they want to, so if you were canvassed, you want to claim ownership of the structure of criminality. Because if you look at this ADC too, a high percentage of the people there today are of the CPC stock who just exit APC. They are the people there. These are people you refer to as criminal of structure of criminality. Though you've explained that, oh, for expediency, you have to sup with them too. Okay, fine. And if we hear the voices of Abdullahi, the spokesperson from ADC, Dele Momodu, and all the rest, he doesn't stand a chance. He doesn't stand a chance in a primary. He's the last hurrah for Atiku. He's not going to give that ambition up because
one man, how far?
History is replete with people
wait for Baba and then
who have chased their goals. Akufo-Addo won at least at the third or fourth try. There are other presidents, I can't really remember their name, who maybe won the elections at the fourth or third try. So who says he can't be lucky? That's his own thinking. And who are we to deprive him of that privilege? So he's going to take it. He's going to go for broke. If I were him, that's what I would do. But also he's a consummate politician. If he goes with that ticket, and Obi backs him, if he lost, he will still negotiate himself out of power. The sense that he will collect his money back for that election from Tinubu. This is what these people do. Don't fool yourself. They are friends. They've broken bread together, both home and abroad, several times, morning, noon, and night. Morning, noon, and night.
All right, bring it on, Baba.
So as far as I'm concerned, when you said it about over 12 months ago, when you said it, I mean, I questioned you on that very first day that he may not even run. But now
Obi
that's
will not be
even
on the ballot in 2027.
I questioned you on that day that what do you mean? Something which he thinks he has a force behind him. So he thinks he will ride on that force, on that wave, on the crest of that wave. But it doesn't seem. It seems like you could be prophetic. That's another angle of it. So let's wait and see. But as far as I'm concerned, I think if I come back, I'll be able to tell you about the politics of 2031. I yield one man in the meantime. Thank you.
All right, brilliant. Excellently put. Excellently put by Baba. We go on to we were going to Patoski, but he's dropped momentarily. So we'll go to we'll come to you in a moment, Zita. But we'll go to Patrick Kuche first. But on our way to Patrick, can we implore the people listening to please help the industry? The numbers are not going up. The likes are not looking anything like they should. The subscriptions are not looking anything like they should. So if you have not yet liked and subscribed, then do us a solid by doing those two things, like and subscribe. Patrick, you're up next. It looks as though your man, Peter Obi, has reached his final bus stop.
Yeah, Mama, good morning. I will continue saying this, APC people is like a one man who tell his parents he want to go to school. Then his parents gather money, put him inside the school. He's studying. 5 years later, he come out with a fake result. He come out with fake results. Where his parents ask him, son, where's the results? He showed them that fake results. His father asked him, why this result after 4 years? I spending a lot of money to train you in school. See how kind of result he brought to me. He tell his father, say, he's one man who make me fail these results. He's one man do this to me. His father asked him, who is one man? I didn't train one man in school. Why are you mentioning one man to me? Who is one man? He said he's one man. I don't allow me. One man doesn't allow him to read in school. He's one man cousin. When I say this, Tinubu say he want to be president of that country. Nigeria gather votes, give Peter Obi, because of Tinubu want to be a president of that country. He did that election. INEC call him as a winner. Okay, now you win. INEC declare you a winner. Okay, govern the country. Start working. Tinubu say after 3 years, he still they compare about Peter Obi. Now Peter Obi, I don't know, don't want me to govern this country. Now Peter Obi make me fail. Now Peter Obi make you no build road in that country. Peter Obi make you no bring lights in that country. Peter Obi make you no build a borehole, no running water, no hospital, nothing. After 3 years, he still they complain. But he say he want to be president of that country. How Peter Obi make you no succeed? APC people, can you tell me every day, Peter Obi? How? Governor, he say he want to be president. Lead us, show us the way to heaven. He say no. Every day, Peter Obi. Abba. So when I saying this, my brother, Bible said that God said that Stop thinking about me. Think about yourself. You know, it will be whether 2027 P2B will be candidate or not. It doesn't concern anybody. Allow that man, please, allow that man drink water and keep calm. You know? So whether 2027 it will be candidate or not, leave that matter for Matthias. So let us focus
But he
our
wants to be
current.
president of
Let us
Nigeria now.
focus.
He wants
Let
to be
us.
president.
Then I live at
So
that day now.
why would
If
we not?
yes, I live at that time. If he become a candidate and win
No, now,
and
if you
become a
want to be
president,
president,
then he can come out and tackle him. But now he's not.
no, that's not how it works now. You
No, no,
know
no.
better.
He cannot come and say, because I want to become president,
Nobody
I'll never
wants to be
come out.
president. You say we shouldn't discuss him.
Wait,
What
he
else will we
cannot
be
discuss with
discussing?
somebody never win primary election.
But he wants to be president. He's always
Yeah,
told us he wants to be
allow
president.
him to win first
Why would we
before.
allow him to? We won't examine him before he wins.
Okay, one man. He say he want
Should we
to
not
go.
examine him before he
Wait,
wins?
one man. He want to prepare visa to America, and he never go to.
No,
Never
forget
get your
visa.
visa.
No,
You never
answer
get
that
your visa.
question. Answer that question. I
Somebody
asked you a
begin are
question.
starting to beg you money.
Forget
Visa you
visa.
never get.
Don't worry. I don't need a visa to go to America. I'm a
Hey,
British
now the same
person.
thing you people are doing here now.
Look, listen. Are you listening? Somebody says he wants to be president of Nigeria. Are you saying that Nigerians should not examine him?
My brother, it can allow a person who want to be president to got the ticket first. He never reached primary. He never passed the
Yeah, but he's
primary.
been
He never
campaigning
come
since
out.
2023 now.
Yeah, that 2023 is gone. This is
No, but it's not
2026.
stopped. Has it stopped campaigning since 2023?
Wait,
Which
P2B is
date
not
is P2B?
campaigning. P2B is
It's
not
not
doing
campaigning.
any campaign. No.
What has it been
No,
doing since
P2B
2023?
is doing charity, not
Charity.
campaigning. You go into
Charity.
school, you go into anywhere, visit people. That one is not.
So you are saying somebody that wants to be president of Nigeria, we should not examine their suitability.
He can examine him, but allow him to win the primary first.
What
That
primary is he
time,
winning?
the primary election now. I just throw away something for you now. Somebody here say you want to go to America. They prepare your visa. Visa never come out. He begin to beg you money. Bro, give me money. Bro, visa, you never see your visa. So now the same thing you
Hello,
people
my
are
friend.
doing.
Are you an obedient?
He's an
Yes,
he's a
I'm too
hard-boiled
Let me ask a
obedient.
question. Let me ask a question. You see, people like yourself are the reason why a lot of these APC people, they like to speak ill of the obedient. You see, when some of you come on platforms like this and you speak the way like yourself you're speaking, no disrespect to you. Just hear me out first. They give these people, all this APC, Tinubu people, they give them mouth to talk, because like now, one man they ask you a question, why should we not examine? He has to say, has it not been campaigning? Why don't you own it? If it's campaigning, it's campaigning. Has APC not been doing the same thing from the very first day that Tinubu entered there? Has he not started campaigning? So if Obi is doing the same thing, why is it different? So let's not argue points that are pointless, because that is when these people, all these APC people, they could start to get out against obedient and
rational mind.
So let's
Patrick,
own it. It's campaigning.
Hold on, Patrick. Patrick, hold on. Rational mind. Patrick's opinion is that, or his position rather, because Patrick is a known quantity to the platform. Patrick's position is that we should leave Peter Obi alone and not bring him up in discussion, because he's not your president, and we're not in an election. But the counterweight is that Peter Obi has not stopped campaigning since the last cycle of election, and at every opportunity he's telling us that he's going to be on the ballot in the next election. So if he's saying he's going to be on the ballot in the next election to preside over me and your man, and to preside over you, a Katsina man or whoever, to preside over the whole of Nigeria, then we are within rights to examine his credentials. We should discuss him now if he wants to be our president.
One man, you see, Peter Obi is not the only person who want to be president of that country. As he they bring Peter Obi issue, he then bring another one issue too.
And we discuss
Not
Atiku.
only,
Can you not see the
yeah,
people on
not
your
only
screen?
every
We're
time I
discussing
enter here.
Atiku.
Only thing
We're
I see, I hear Peter Obi. How
we were
bad?
discussing Kwakwanso now. It's even the
You
Kwakwanso
see,
stream.
you see, one man, let me tell you, 2020, let me give you assurance now, 2027, Peter Obi will be candidate of ADC. Go and mark it somewhere, go and mark it
It's not me
somewhere.
you should be telling, though. You should tell Atiku
Where,
Abubakar
yeah,
because I think he thinks differently.
Atiku will try, but he will fail because ADC will know if Atiku actually get that ticket, they will lose that election. Because
So how
if
are you planning? How are you planning
let
to
me
make
tell you,
the candidates of ADC? How are you planning to do that?
because Atiku decamped to ADC, Atiku no brought any anybody
Who told you that he didn't bring
ADC.
anybody? Who told you he didn't bring anybody?
Do you see any Senate Atiku brought to ADC? Do you see any House of Assembly? Do you see any former something Atiku brought? But that time Peter Obi
Dino
decamped.
Medari was a former senator now. There are some
Leave
governors like
do you see Dino
Adamu, hold on,
Mihad? Do you see Dino Mihad?
that's our state. He don't come to ADC.
No, Dino is already there before Atiku. You cannot say Atiku. No,
Who is Dino to Atiku? Don't be Atiku boy.
my brother, Dino, if Peter Obi win today, Dino will.
My brother, you see, I'm Obi inclined. Don't get me wrong. I'm an obedient. I'm not an obedient, but I do support Obi. But the thing is that let us argue. If you want to, you see these APC people there. If you want to defeat them with stuff, if you want to discuss them during discussion, bring points that are really points. Let's not stop this not to answer question, they avoid question and twist things. It's just to give them more. They give them more mouth to talk.
Rational mind, please wait. Rational mind, please. One man, please. Let me just tell Patrick, please, Patrick. Sorry to say this. I think the difference between Atiku and Obi. Atiku went to ADC first. He was the first to move, and he went there with a lot of personalities. They were not there. The people Atiku went there, they are big wings, like so big. They all went with him. But these people, they are not noise makers. They don't make noise. They flew there. Before Atiku went to ADC.
The chairman of the party itself is an Atiku boy.
One man wait. ADC was not relevant before Atiku went there. Immediately Atiku stepped his foot on ADC. ADC became a figure, the talk of the day. Even before Obi struggled, that time he was still struggling with labor. Already ADC has already become the topic of the day when Atiku stepped his foot. So many dignitaries went there. Erufai, Amishi, all of them. Big wings, they went there. Now, when Obi was coming, now I want to tell you the difference between two of them. When Obi was now coming at the end, coming very late, he came with noisemakers.
Abaribe.
Yeah, he now came with noisemakers. So don't ever say that Atiku. Don't you ever say it again.
My brother, you are wrong. Atiku,
hold on, Patrick. Hold on,
Patrick.
Wait,
let me clear him.
No, you get 3 more minutes, but hold on and listen to what Isaac is saying to you.
I understand that. I'm understanding.
Okay, let the audience hear it then. The chairman of the party, ADC, David Mark, is an Atiku boy. The money person of the party, Abubakar Malami, is an Atiku boy. The brain of the party, El Rufai, is an Atiku boy. The muscle of the party, Rauf Varegbeshola, is an Atiku boy. So,
okay, let me one man prove that young man wrong. Before they choose ADC, they went there together. Not only Atiku. Obi was there. vice candidate of this man from Kano, Kaduna, Dati was there. All of them was there the first day they choose that ADC. Thereafter, them Atiku, Desire, and the camp full. And remember, all those things I mentioned, this thing, they will mark this, all of them with P2B, all of them is PDP people. You cannot say all of them is Atiku boy. No, nobody there is Atiku boy. Nobody. David Barr is a Senate president before.
So what
why
are,
you say
what
is
let me ask you a
Atiku
question.
boy?
What
Not
are we
Atiku
doing?
boys.
What are we doing? What are we
Okay,
doing
let me tell you.
What are we doing? Hear me out. What are we doing? The obedient to make Obi clinch that ticket for ADC. What is
Okay.
it? Besides, hold on. Besides all this noise making that, it is either Obi or nothing. What are the obedient doing to make Atiku? To make Obi the person that will clinch that ticket?
Okay,
they are making noise now and insulting people online.
I will tell you what we'll be doing now. I will not tell you what Obedient doing because Obi is a politician, you know. Most of Obedient is not a politician. Obi is doing very well now in North, but I cannot tell you everything here. You see, a conduct election, that's a primary election. P2B will win Atiku 100%. What I say that is, it come
do you
to
know how the
South now.
direct primary
Wait,
works?
let me tell you. Where you come to South now, Rotimi Amaechi will quit. Then Southeast, Southwest delegates will vote for Peter Obi. They come to North. Kaduna people, ADC will vote for Peter Obi.
The delegates.
Let me tell you. Only money, because this is the former governor of Kaduna State cannot campaign for Atiku because the man needs something now.
Well,
he needs something.
How do you know he's not campaigning for Atiku? How do you know he's not campaigning for Atiku?
No, he cannot.
Erufai is not campaigning for Atiku.
Because if you are Atiku win, Erufai cannot be vice president now.
So is that why you're saying it's not campaigning?
Yes.
But
He will make sure. He will make sure.
Patrick.
Let me tell you.
Patrick, Obi has never won any primaries before.
We will see it in this one now.
And no. And you're going against a juggernaut.
Not only has he not won, he has never primaried before.
Exactly. So even as crazy as everyone starts on this program, even today, for some reason, is even rational on this topic. How do you defeat an Atiku when you know that there is a money bag and your guy is not willing to spend, or he doesn't have enough funds, or unless he has some backup somewhere that we don't know about? So how Atiku going against Obi in an ADC primaries?
They will do GoFundMe now. GoFundMe.
My brother, that day, let me tell you, that day, that's the primary election. That day, we will have only one ballot box. Everybody will put the votes. No, this one will never. Wait, let me tell you. Let the plan now. Wait, the plan now. They will bring one boss. Everybody will put his votes.
When is the primary?
Wait, let me tell you. They will bring one boss. Everybody.
One man. When is the ADC primary? Do you know?
Wait, let me finish now.
I was suspecting it will be around about April.
No, they said June.
No, latest August.
June, July.
They will bring one boss now. Everybody will put that vote that day. Delegates will put the votes. Whether he buys somebody or a buy car for somebody, he will never know who that person votes that day. You will see
now. You think that's how politics work?
Let me tell you now. This is strategy now. You will see at that day. Whether you bribe somebody or you know bribe somebody, only thing you can't the vote that day. After the vote finish, they will begin to count. They will know who win. You know, this one cannot be say Atiku. This one will be. This one I wrote me. No, you cannot do it like that any longer.
Patrick, did you follow the PDP elections in 2003 when Atiku pulled the rug on Wiki last minute with Tamboa? Did you follow that primary?
I see the primary.
Did you follow it? Is a question. Did you follow it?
Yeah.
So you think that the North, that right now are not really fans of the South. And your man being from the Southeast and being a Catholic, you think they're going to vote for him over Atiku in an ADC primary?
My brother, most of elite in the North will vote for Peter because they know only South. This turn on for the South. Nobody, most of them cannot vote for Atiku.
Hold on, BT. But
most of them will never vote for Atiku.
Patrick, hold on. I don't think the penny will ever drop. So we give you 2 more minutes and then we'll move on. But you know that the Northerners know that if Peter Obi wins the elections, then Peter Obi gets 8 years constitutionally. So I think we run that risk.
He promised them 4 years, man. He promised them 4 years.
Of course, now.
My brother, that agreement is already settled. That agreement in the North already settled. 4 years, Peter Obi will take 4 years. Then Kwankwaso will continue.
Patrick, listen to me. I'm saying.
Did you hear how Rufai lampooned that 4 years thing?
It was Abati, wasn't it? It was Abati.
I'm saying no. El Rufai too. El Rufai did.
One man. I'm saying, think about it from the angle of as an if you're a person or like that wants the presidency in 31 as a northerner. Think about it from their own perspective. Who would you rather vote for? Tinubu guaranteed to live in 31, or somebody that is promising you to live in 31? Who would you rather support? You want someone that you can bank on, that you can trust, that he cannot even go against the Constitution. Not somebody promising that he's gonna leave. It's just a logical conclusion to that. So you want to put your weight behind Tinubu if you're a strong, maybe former governor or senator, not that wants the presidency, not the one promising you.
Yeah, one man. I have 2 minutes. Let me finish now. Let me round up. You see, my brother. Leave matter for Matthias. I tell you guys, that day, ADC will have one boss that day. All the delegates will put vote that day. And secondly, one man, I want to say this. If he actually Atiku, take that ticket that day, OT law. You know meaning of OT law? 4 + 4. Tinubu, I will support Tinubu. From southeast to south to southwest, we will vote for Tinubu. ADC know this. ADC will never make that mistake. They will never continue the same thing in PDP. They know. Most of people will vote for Atiku. When I say all the North, most of the North people will never vote Atiku. But if they try it, the same thing happen in PDP will happen in ADC.
All right, let me ask you one last question, and you have just 1 minute to answer it. What do you think the North is interested in more, to get rid of Tinubu or to get power for themselves? What do you think their main objective is? Get rid of Tinubu or get power for themselves?
I don't know what you mean by not interested by.
What do you think the Northerners are after?
Not interested by giving power to South people, like Southeast. That power, they like to give that power to people.
The Northerners,
yes.
the Hausas, want to give power
if you watch this man, the spokesman of
tell me the name of your supplier. I want to buy weed from him as well.
Wait, do you know this
name of your supplier? I'll start smoking weed because of you. Tell me the name of your supplier. The Northerners want power to go to the Southeast.
Yes. Most of Northern, they want power to remain to south.
With the promise that Peter Obi will leave in 4 years.
All right.
Yes. Peter Obi already reached agreement with them. Long time ago.
The same way good luck did, the same way good luck promised.
No, everybody is not the same. Everybody not the same. Peter Obi is a businessman. Have a business. When he finish in 4 years, we'll go back to his business. He have something he's doing. It's not like Tinubu doesn't have a business.
All right. What about Alphabet? It's not a business, but and the hotels and TVC and all that sort of stuff. But Patrick, we have to move the mic around a little bit. So we move the mic in the direction of Hassan, who's still with us. Apologies, guys, but Hassan is in Nigeria. He's dipping in and out of sleep, so we're really holding him. Zita, I see you. Of course, BT as well. So, but let's go to Hassan. On our way to Hassan, can we implore? The numbers are not going up. So, if you're not already subscribed, please do. If you've not clicked on like, please do like and subscribe. Hassan.
Hello, one man.
Yeah, before you go any further, explain your funky new name.
Après-moi le dollars. You are conversant with French now, so you should know what it is.
I don't know, but the rational mind would know.
Hassan, what do you say? Après-moi? What?
Le dollars.
I know après-moi is I am something. Is it? What does it mean?
Tell me. It's after me, the flood. So it's it's the madman theory. Now, what I'm just trying to say is, you see this rumor about this replacing Kashim with whoever it is or whatever.
No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
I'm just saying.
Still like, a Muslim ticket.
Baba, the things that I've been hearing lately, I'm beginning to lose some kind of faith about what is going to really happen. So, this is a concept that is it's an old concept, right? It's like the madman theory. So, and in Hausa they say apasa arasa. So it's just like when you have an egg, or maybe say a basket of eggs. And then, you are now mobbed and people trying to get a taste of it. Instead of you giving it to them, you just drop the whole crate and let it just, break all over so that neither you nor them would get to use it at the same time. So as regards to the Kashim Shettima, well, I think that is just the stand for a lot of us. So that's one. It's just a matter of interest. It will not matter whether they take it to the northwest or the north central or whatever. But I think that would be the breaking point for a lot of us. Apart from that, all other machinations are just, as I have said earlier, are just people trying to reposition themselves and all that. Well, there was a lot of fanfare in Kano and the defection of Abba Yusuf to APC. I did see a report from, is it channels or TVC, where they lowered the NNPP flag and then have, they hosted the APC flag flying at the government house. It was just such a spectacle to behold. And I've seen people dismissing Ponkoso that he has miscalculated and all that. Well, my initial thoughts about Ponkoso was that there was something that he was doing that is some sophisticated game of he's playing chess and a lot of people are playing checkers. That is just one way of looking at it from an outsider, which I agree that I am. But then the other reality is that as far as being a political juggernaut, and in regards to Kano's politics, you cannot just take Konkoso, for granted. Yes, it may be true that Abba Yusuf, actually topped him for his own, maybe he's overbearing. Yeah, that's true. And because now there is a pattern that is emerging that he didn't go along with Benduje, which he installed. He didn't go along with what do they call it? The other Ado Sabwa, which was once his ally. He didn't get along now with Abba Yusuf, another person that he chose intentionally to get there. Then I think maybe it's now time for Concourse to look at the mirror and then begin to see whether the problem is from him actually rather than way the other way around. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
exactly. Because Abba is his in-law, not so.
Yeah. What did you say, Baba?
I say what you said is true. You should look into the mirror because Abba is Kwankwaso's in-law.
Of course, and this is not the first time like that he brings people and they betray him. So, if that is the case, maybe we are reading it wrong, and that what's really happening is that he is actually being overbearing and he is trying to micromanage everything. That just doesn't work out, no matter how you take somebody and are influential to bringing him to that position, at some point, I don't think whether it's just human nature or something like that. There's a breaking point. But maybe Abba Yusuf has reached his own, and then is no longer willing to just be taking orders, and he will have his own people, his insiders who would like say, yeah, it's not, it's time for you.
Rap music, Hassan? Do you follow rap music?
Yes, I followed rap music, but
there's an artist called Ice-T. Are you aware of him? It's probably my generation. You may not be aware of him. Do you know an artist called Ice-T?
He's also an actor.
I've heard of him.
All right. One of his
he's in Anaconda. Have you watched Anaconda?
No. I was actually taking it to a point.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me make
the black guy there.
No, that's I wasn't.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I wasn't even talking about Ice-T. I was going to land you. One of his seminal songs is a track called "You Played Yourself." So do you think what's his name? Kwakwanso has played himself. That's where I was going. I wasn't really inviting Ice-T as a topic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at it both ways, right? So if it is true beyond any reasonable doubt that this falling out is the reality, and there is no backdoor understanding and cosplaying, and hedging and spreading the tentacles or anything like that. If that is the case, then yes, it may be what you say. But I would also want you to understand that Bonkoso he is more politically resilient, more politically astute, and he may play the long game and at the same time continue to be a force to reckon with as far as Kano's politics is concerned. Yes, Abba Yusuf is going to face a litmus test in 2027, and we will see from the way the NNPP they are posturing. We would now understand whether or not there is a backdoor deal between them to cosplay, or actually what is happening is the right thing. What we are seeing behind before our eyes is the real situation. Okay, so that's the way I'm just looking at that space right now.
Hassan, still staying with Kwakwanso for a moment. Kwakwanso is at the crossroad at the moment. Because he's boxed himself into a corner somewhat with that unfeasible demand of wanting a ticket or a vice. So that's no longer possible. I think that penny would have dropped with him now. So how does he play his politics? This is the thing, to continue to remain relevant within the Nigerian political landscape. He cannot get anything at the ADC. He's not getting the presidency or the vice. We know that. He's not getting the presidency and the vice or the vice at the APC either. So those two spaces are closed off for him. Now he's losing his punching power in Kano State. So what is Kwankwanso's future? Does he come off his high horses, lessen his demands, and negotiating his way into the APC with the prospects of politicking towards 2031, which is really where his politics is? Does he do that? Or does he want to be does he want to play spiteful politics and go with Atiku just to punish somebody? That's also. Or does he go after Kano State fully and present somebody to wrestle power from Abba Yusuf, and so that at least he has the satisfaction that he's still the champion of Kano State, because his politics does not go beyond that. He's not going to be on any ticket. So what then negotiates his relevance so that he's still in contention for 2031?
Well, I think there are two ways, right? What actually maintains Kokoso's grassroots relevance is kind of different from people like most northern governors who have grassroots movements and have people who can literally sacrifice anything for them for because they so much believe in him. He's just like a mini deity. I think Bonkoso has the ability to wait things out and see how they, unfold, and then actually take a strategic position. He's not a paperweight, as as a lot of people want to believe. Bonkoso holds significant influence in Kano politics. What he has been unable to do is expand that beyond Jigawa, Kano, and some parts of northern, uh, like places like what do they call it? Lukuru, Zaria, parts of Kaduna. Like that's his just main, area of influence. So, but even at that, he still has some political capital. So he can wait it out till 2031, and then at that point, maybe we will see. But one thing that also will play to his advantage, as long as he remains resolute not to, if it is true, that they are, at a crossroads and between him and Abba Yusuf, and that they are no longer seeing eye to eye politically, then what you should expect is that he would be hostile to the APC, and he knows that he's not going to be accepted in the ADC. He will bide his time. Uh, but there is the other possibility too that I don't want you to in any way underrate or underestimate. It's just this common thing that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So there is this realignment and all that. That just as you said, to spite the APC. You may be seeing what do they call it? Strange fellows like realigning, then trying to take back their pound of flesh. That is that as regards that. But when 2027 arises, and then you see Konkoso not pivot to either any of the other parties, and he remains quite neutral, and is not making a serious push to remove um, Abba Yusuf, then you know that this is a world, a really orchestrated, you know, uh, realities to put out a narrative there, that people will think this is what is happening, but it's just a diversionary tactic and to create an alibi so that in the future, in 2031, he may have built. And the thing with what the Concoso movement is just like a cult. And they are so much into his political ideology that the way they follow every single syllable of a word in his vocabulary is just as if that it's God that said it. So this is somebody that can bite his time and then wait to strike. So in any way, shape, or form, he shouldn't be underestimated. He may look down, lost, but I don't trust him enough to say that just looking at him at the surface level, you understand his politics. It's quite sophisticated. So we'll see if when this election comes, there is minimum push to get Abba Yusuf out. That is an indicator that Kwankwaso is playing, two faces. But if it indeed he pours in money, resources, to try to get Abba Yusuf out, then yeah, that will tell you that yes, truly, that he is not in cahoots with him or in any other way. The other possibility is that he joined forces with the opposition to bolster their ranks, and that is also a nightmare uh, scenario for the ruling party. But then to each his own. My only concern is that you see that Kashim Shatima, uh, what do you call it, vice presidency. The bottom line for me and a lot of people here is the Hausa thing that says Apasa Arasa. So um, than for my than for somebody who has harmed me to get access to the fresh eggs, I'd rather just throw it to a flat granite marble surface so that it just breaks and neither me or him get it. So let me just keep quiet right now and I'll let you guys talk. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Hassan, and thank you for staying up so late. Did you want to chime in before we go to Zita, BT?
Yeah, just briefly, two things. The military confirmed the coup today, and of the 16 coup plotters. But to my surprise, they did not issue any statement about Timothy Silva. Earlier on, his name came up that it was one of the financiers of the coup, but they didn't deny or confirm it. So all we saw is just the 16 names, and I refuse to believe that there was only 16 people.
But they didn't release the list of names, even.
No, they did release the names today. I can
Yeah, there's a reason why. There's a reason.
No, hold on. They did release. I'm saying that even if it's still under investigation, then let the public know that we are still investigating. But don't make it look like you've concluded that it's.
No, you won't say his name now. The presumption of innocence before this the guys in uniform.
You didn't hear what I said. I said they are making it look like it was just 16 people involved in it, and that they've concluded their own investigation. That's what the press release made it look like. Now, if you have more people in there, you have to then say, well, we are still investigating. Just don't say, okay, this is just 16 people. That's not, and so that one, I don't know. I believe there are more. If the coup is true, then there are more people involved. Clearly, this from the civilians.
There are. That's a fact.
Yeah. So just don't tell me, 16 military members of the society are the ones involved. I don't believe that. Second of all, I actually came up for Baba. Baba, are you still there, sir?
Hey, Bawu, Doki.
I saw your Chinedu in Lagos. He released his ADC chairmanship today.
You know, you are just even laughing. The one that I really laughed when I saw him during the your festival, that he has joined the Adimo Orisha cult. I was just laughing that he's trying hard, and they will always humor him.
No, but he shot himself with. Have you seen the list, sir? Have you seen the list? I put the link there for you. I don't know if you've seen the list of the names he released today for the chairmanship, chairman of the ADC in Lagos. I'm like, really? Of all places, but that's what we're doing. So it's like, I don't know if it's learned any lesson from what happened the last time. And it's just,
when you are soccer punched, you know how you'll be going in circle until you fall down. I don't know how politicians think, Doc. I think they are irrationally optimistic. Let me just put it that way. Because when it comes to Lagos politics,
you guys need a very conservative Lagosian this next time, for the sake of your state, honestly.
no, I've told one man, Hamzat is the man.
Or that commissioner for environment, Wahab.
No, the deputy governor. Forget it. Genuinely, Hamzat is the man.
Okay.
Because he meets all the criteria.
This one is too nice for my. Look at what's going on that Calabar. People already dying on that road. People already saying.
If we look at the list, there are too many Chinedus on the list. Even
the one that are they have either moms or wives from that part of the country. So it's like, what are we doing here, man?
Here is the sorry, Baba. Here is the list of people that Gbadebo Rosevivo, otherwise known as Chinedu, wants to be chairman in Lagos State. So there's in Nigeria, fellow Dun, there's Madu Patrick. I'm not quite sure ìdílé tíyẹn ti jáde. And then in Alimosho, Ade Odeyemi Wesley. And then Papa is Benjamin Emmanuel. And then in Badagry is Duru Ifeanyi Chukwu. And then in Epe is Aminu, something or the other. And in Etiosa, which is where VI is, and etc., is Ekanem Elizabeth. In Ibejuleki,
please stop one man. I'm feeling insulted already.
It's if I call Ijaye, it's Osage, you know. I'm still waiting to see Ching Chong Chu. I go to the Chinaman in all of this. Kenoshodi, Sodo, it's Okafo, Chukudi. Anyway, that's where we are.
They are doing a lot because nobody is joining them. No, nobody's joining. You can't blame him. Nobody's joining them because that mistake Sanwo-Olu did in 2023, he will not repeat it again. We went to sleep. We went to sleep. We know how to win elections in Lagos. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's not the third time, it's not the fourth time. We know where the votes came from. But it was too complacent of everyone to go to sleep and think everything is okay, only to be slapped. And everything till tomorrow. Oh, he won Lagos. He won Lagos. But they forgot that since then we've had election of the local government in Lagos, and it was 100%.
Okay.
100%.
But let me just one more question for Baba before we move on to Sita. Sorry, the Makoko thing. Do you have any info about what the plan? Because I've seen them filling that place now. They're moving them back now. 250 meters. They want to. Do you know what the plans are? Because now all those NGOs, they are all making videos now. All those NGOs now. I did something there. Why are they putting it down? Because they were getting funding. Like one man said.
Of course, you know them now.
They're all complaining now.
Those since Greenpeace has gone on that these tree huggers and this thing, they've turned their attention into things like that. Makoko as a concept, it's not. You see, Lagos land is prime, particularly when we talk about the Ebute-Metta-Yaba axis. That thing, to a white person, maybe they look at it differently, but to me, it was an eyesore. It was an eyesore.
But they are complaining more than even Nigerians. Like, why would they?
How can they cry more than the bereaved?
Like, I have my NGO over there. Why are they taking me down? I'm like, dude, you live in America with your 2 million YouTube followers. Why are you? What's going on?
Wait, is Lekki not a success story today? Do you know Lekki used to be Morocco used to be like Makoko? Morocco used to be like Makoko now. And I'm not saying this to deride anybody. It's the fishermen's settlement. The Lajes, basically. So what they have in Ayetoro is what they have, what they brought down to Lagos, because they like to live on water and they don't like to pay rent. It will be a waste to live in town in a concrete house and go out to fish at dawn or in the middle of the night. So they would rather stay very close to where the raw materials is, which is raw fish. But then in that place at Dekunle area, I mean, because from the bridge you will see everything. And if you've been there before, because I've been there to see some many years back, to see some celestial priests and things like that. A lot of churches there on water. I mean, it's not really ideal.
Let me just
Are they clearing the place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're demolishing the whole place.
That thing is a disgusting sight.
Okay.
But AI is become a money-making venture for all these criminal NGO organizations. Now, that's what really pisses me off. Like
so no sympathy for the poor.
Oh, one man, don't do this. Don't do the people are suffering. Come on now, don't do that. Look at what's going on in the Lagos Calabar expressway right now. People are dying there.
They are driving one way. Can you imagine?
The Okada riders.
People are selling market already. They already have all this awesome where everywhere people are doing prostitution, sleeping on the road. Brand new road though. You can't blame.
But the road is too attractive, actually. The road is fine.
But you can't blame poverty for everything.
I can't wait for them to finish that road.
You can't blame poverty.
It will be a world monument.
If you maintain it now, if you don't start selling market on and misbehaving. So what Mama to Marco's point, you can't say it's poverty. No, you can't build underneath a cave.
Do you know this poverty they are talking about? In Makoko, there are people there with 5 wives. So 5 wives.
Yeah, but that in itself is a sign of poverty now. That in itself is a sign of poverty. 5 wives.
Ibaduni.
Let me stop there. Let me stop.
All right, Zita, floor is yours.
What do you want me to say?
We're talking about the elections already finished as January 2026 as the governor of Kano State puts the final seal of victory on the Tinubu re-election.
Oh man, elections are not done that way. Elections are not done that way. The APC should not take things for granted. Elections, that the man joined the APC doesn't mean Tinubu will win Kano. Elections are not done that way. I really want, for me, I've been saying this on this platform. I want Tinubu to win this election without the North. When I mean without the North, I mean like winning 25%, or in few 3, 4, 5 states in the North. That's all.
No, all he needs is the 17.
I want the North
plus 6.
I want the North to lose their political goodwill. That has been my prayer. And I pray that this 2027, they will be demystified. You see, woman, and I'm not actually excited that Tinubu is digging deep into Kano, whatever. I don't really care. Because you see, over the years, we give it to them. They are politically savvy. I agree. They actually register, they vote. I agree. They are interested in ruling. I agree. It's normal thing for anybody to be ambitious. They have this attitude of agreeing to disagree, or agreeing when it is not even comfortable for most of them or convenient for most of them, just to hold strong. I love that. But in this 2023 election, the way Atiku behaved in that 2023 election is actually not just disgusting, but nauseating. He did that. And again, 2 years into Tinubu's, let me not use the word Tinubu, let me use the word a southern leader. They began to do this agitation as if you cannot rule Nigeria without them. They actually forget that man did not actually win from them. I think he won only 3 states there or 2 states in the core north and got his 25%.
No, but they gave him the highest number of votes.
But they have been running
almost 5 million.
They gave him what?
Almost 5 million.
They gave him 5 million, 100 million.
Almost.
Yes, they gave him 5 million.
That is the sixth. That is the sixth. The 3 geopolitical zone in the north: north central, northeast, northwest.
I'm not talking about north central. I'm talking about northeast and northwest. When I talk about north, I for one.
No, I thought you were talking about 2023.
I never put north central as north. Never. Not even when I was a child. I have never put north central as north. Never. When I talk about north, I talk about northeast and northwest. Those are the people I'm talking about. I want him to win that election without them. Honestly, sincerely speaking, yes, you might say they gave him 100 million votes because of the way Yorubans behaved. If Yorubans come out in 2027 en masse to vote, they can give their brother 10 million. Sir.
I think it will happen this time with this Yoruba Nation thing out of the way, with Igbo released yesterday or 2 days ago.
They can give their brother 10 million if they want to. You people have six regions. Each of those your states have at least 1 million.
But really, what one man published the? Oh no, okay, I saw it in the newspaper. The e-registration going on. The Southwest has the highest number so far. So they're not already screaming that. How did Southwest come about those e-registration number for the parties now?
Lagos used to.
We lost you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Lagos used to be the highest number before now. Actually, I am not this idea of when a presidential candidate is doing his campaign in Nigeria, he doesn't take the rest of Nigerians seriously. I don't like it. Some of them don't even come to the Southeast at all. They walk sparingly. They go to Lagos, try go Rivers, maybe go Edo, like that. And then you see them, Sokoto, Maiduguri, Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, noise everywhere. Some presidential candidates even go twice. After that, he goes to meet their traditional ruler. He sent delegates. Come on now. They're not the only ones in Nigeria. That's my point. Other areas, other regions in Nigeria should be recognized. Presidential candidates should campaign respectfully. I want them to lose that political goodwill because the thing is getting into their head. I want them to lose it. And I pray, inshallah, this 2027, if they don't take their time, they will lose it. Trust me. You see this basket where Tinubu they do, where they talk to anybody. By the time they say, by the way, the person that is saying, when we say they don't do anything, what did they do? Actually, the leadership of the world is not actually in what they do. I'm beginning to see it as turn by turn. Because the people you are looking at that want to replace the person who is there, that you said is not doing something, those people are no good either. So it's not actually a question of what they can do. It's just when they come in there, they might do 1 or 2 things, and that's it. They enjoy their turn and go and out. Another person will come for his turn. It's actually turn by turn. So now that it's Tinubu's turn, let him enjoy. When he goes out, it becomes another person's turn, period. because most of them are no good. Now, all of them are no good. They come in, they do 1 or 2 policies and in 8 years, and that's it. Nothing biggie. So that question of what did they do and what is he doing and what is he gonna do or what has he done, it's not working. It's turn by turn. It is his turn. And I can assure you that 60% of the people who are going to vote that day are going to vote based on turn. You are laughing. That's just the truth. They're going to vote based on turn. In fact, the main issue why everybody is saying Atiku should go out is not because of his age. It's not even because he's no good. Never gonna be any good anyway. Will not be in the future. But the problem is just the turn. He's gonna lose this election in 2027 just because it's not their turn. Most people are going to vote against him because of turn. Not because Tinubu is a perfect president or a good president, but it's his turn. So it's turn by turn. I know they blow that grammar of what they jumping up and down, saying what have they done, what did they going to do, what did they are no good. Politicians are they are no good. Do nothing politicians. The next one will come, we will yell and yell and yell. When he finishes his turn, he will go. Another person's turn will come. Now is the turn of the South. So leave that turn something. Productivity. When the Baba, when the campaign starts now, the campaign they will be campaigning against dumbhead Atiku is that it's not their turn. Trust me.
Look, they're in for a lot of
He's going to lose
surprises
a lot
because
of votes because it's not their turn.
what I hear, Zita, is that even they are going to change the order of the election. The presidential and the guber will be the same day.
It's not.
No, I said they are. What I hear, they are going to change it.
It used to be presidential and guber the same day. They changed it. They changed it to presidential and senate, and then guber later. Yeah, it used to be presidential and guber. It started with presidential and guber. I think so.
That's what they want
I
to
think
go
it's
back.
Obasanjo that changed that thing. I can't remember who changed. Either Jonathan or Obasanjo. It used to be presidential and guber. That's what they do. They changed it to
Because
presidential and
now
senate.
Abba Yusuf of Kano is the 30th APC governor now. So what Tinubu, I think, is doing, if that rumor is true, is to make sure that no governor betrays him. So let all of them take the deep dive on that same day. So as you are saving yourself, you are saving the center. As the center is saving himself, he's saving the states.
It's not, yeah, but the thing is that, Baba, see, there is no opposition.
That's the
Did
reality.
you hear what Erufai said?
He is giving up from his body language and everything.
No, he said the Tinubu should be impeached.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has seen that it's not working. You know, he's a very smart guy.
You know why? Because all the propaganda is not working. Like one man postulated that, look, we shouldn't worry ourselves about this tax thing. That when people start having their pay slip, the story will be different. And as of today, I mean, the newspaper are replete with news from a lot of workers talking about, though it's small, but it's like, I have salary increase because my tax is almost gone. So that makes my nets to go higher. And a lot of them, though people are saying, oh, you are lying. But this man said, I didn't pay any tax, or I paid my tax reduced. So even that tax thing gradually will fade off, like every other thing they've attacked.
Even in the US, the social security went up.
So
Nobody is
there's
talking
no
about
way.
it.
It's going to tax the rich, no doubt about that.
Hello, sorry. Sorry, guys, we have to take it to the back. Anybody that wants to come in, come in. But we're going to shut it off at the front. Anybody that wants to come in, come in. Carry on.
So, look, Baba, the